Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. You guys know the routine. My cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana and through the elements. Divine Holy Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What does the collective need to know and be made aware of at this time? What does collective need to know at this time? Y'all, thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, your participation, subscriptions, donations, all of that. Thank you so much for showing up and coming back time and time again to support. So, Holy Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What does the collective need to know and be made aware of? I'm hearing the word despair. I'm hearing convoluted, and then I heard truth. Convoluted truth. So, convoluted sounds like a whole drama production of somebody's story. It was convoluted, so it wasn't truthful. So this may be against you, collective. But the despair energy seems like that might have been like a fight or flight. What is it? Fight or flight response to somebody questioning them, or maybe them being painted up against a wall to where they had to find their way out. Like, get these people off of them is the energy. Like, back up off of me. And then they're saying that, like, developed untruth energy. I don't know, y'all. Let's see what's going on. Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What's collective need to know and be made aware of? Whatever it is, y'all, I mean, you probably would not be associated with this in a million years, whatever it is that they've stated. So therefore, you don't have anything to worry about, because people will automatically know that that doesn't even match what you're telling me. That's how they're looking at this person. Like, that don't even make sense. So maybe there's some mental challenges here, to where what would make this person associate that with someone like you and think that people are going to believe that. All right, y'all, let's see what's going on. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, cards flipped over in the deck. There we are. Let's see what's happening. All right, that's plenty, y'all. I mean, yeah. Look at this, 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. What'd I tell you? So that 7 of Swords energy has to do with somebody who was walking away knowing they've done something wrong. But it's to, benefit them. But it's almost as if I got to do what I got to do here. So if I have to tell the most awesomest of lies against this person, even though I'm going to look stupid, probably they're going to be on to me, because this is like the furthest out I could reach to find some sort of lie on this person. I mean, that's all I got. That's what this 7 of Swords is telling me about this person who's spreading this energy of this untruth about you, collective. This is all they got. They don't have anything else to use to try to come against you. So they have to make this whopper of a story. I use the word decorated because it has all of the curves and twists and everything to it. But the person that they're telling it to, it's like, they're like, what's wrong with you? It's how they're looking at this person. But you see the desperation that they're in. Despair came out in the energy. That's desperation in the 7 of Swords. Like, I don't want to do this to this person, but I have to. Oh, Lord. Here we go, y'all. Shine bright like a diamond. That's you, collective. You shine bright like a diamond, because they are like thieves after your treasure. Ooh. All right, you know what? I know this clump of cards came out first. Let's do it this way. Let's talk about this Knight of Wands. So this is the bone carrier. This 9 of Wands fire sign energy, the one who's underdeveloped is what I'm hearing. They're underdeveloped. So that means possibly they're emotionally immature. They're unavailable when you need them. Flighty and risky as hell. But it also feels like this Knight of Wands has no place to go. So they stay on this horse. There's no permanent structure for them to reside in. So that means they might be misplaced or homeless. So they have to tell these whoppers of stories to get people to be on their side, to believe them, to try to gain their trust. Because what it looks like is that this person is unstable. They don't have anything. So of course, that's like a huge strike against them when they're trying to gain the favor of someone else, especially if they're only there to take advantage. Like just having a place to rest their head at night. They don't need anything else but just your couch. But then that couch could turn into, can I stay another night and another night? And before you know it, this person has manipulated their way into your bedroom. Male or female. Meaning the person that they're after. If they're male or female, they're going for whatever is going to listen to their story. Then that's who they're laying down with. Because that's the whole process of this Knight of Wands, is that sort of commitment, that temporary commitment. So this person is operating out of pure desperation at this point. Whoever will listen to them and pay them any a mind. All right, y'all. Isn't that something, though, with the Seven of Swords energy, how they have to gas themselves up by having your name on their lips? If that ain't the end all be all, like they never thought in a million years they'd be in this position. And now that they're at basically rock bottom, they still have your name on their lips. Almost as if it's like a source of torture. Isn't that crazy? Not to us collective. No, it's not crazy. I mean, we knew it would end up this way. They're the only ones taken by shock and surprise that they are where they are with nothingness and still having to give your name some sort of honor. They're not really honoring you with this Seven of Swords, but the fact that they can't operate without speaking your name, that's where the honor comes from. All right, y'all, behind the Knight of Wands, we have the Page of Pentacles. So this person has nothing to offer anyone. Like whatever they have, they know that it's not enough. But it's all that they're able to come up with to be able to try to convince someone that they're an okay person. But for other people who's on the receiving end of this Page of Pentacles, they're like, that's all you got? Like, it doesn't even have to be a physical representation. It could just be how they're showing up, like their posture, you know, how they're dressed. Not that we're looking at the superficial side of things, but it's like they got stains all over their clothes. And it's like you're talking this big game about, yeah, I was this to that person. I was that to that person. Can you believe they did me like that? She even took off with this and that, and she had no right to do. You know, it's a lot of decoratednism around their story, but it's not matching. It's not enough of an offer here to convince people that, oh, I believe you. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I get it. I understand. So this person really is doing more harm than good to themselves. I mean, that's that Seven of Swords energy. I mean, you know you're going to get it back. And what you're doing, you know isn't right. But you still do it. All right, behind the Page of Cups, y'all, we have the Knight of Cups. So, I mean, that's all that was. Is, I mean, well, not that you know, but I, was saying it in so many words, is that for their little bitty offer, they're looking to gain sympathies from others with this Knight of Cups. But at the same time, it's almost as if the people that they're trying to relay this story to, which is not true, these people really have no stability themselves. So I'm hearing the word vagabonds. I mean, for me, that would mean these people are also misplaced. Possibly they're barely hanging on. They're in and out trying to see what they can get. So it's like they're all in the same kind of boat here. I mean, yeah, that would be extra desperate. It's like you're trying to rely on people who ain't got it. but you need it, but they ain't got it, but that's all that you have access to, are people who are in the same position as you. That's what I'm getting with this Knight of Cups. You know, they got the same kind of story, but, you know, they're all talking to each other, but that's no help for one another. So this is really giving crabs in a barrel. You know, from this Knight of Cups, I get like, I hear what you're saying, but what about that $5 you owe me? Yeah, I hear you and everything, but yeah, when, you know, what's up with this? What's up with that? You know, so it's like they're getting, oh, what's going on here? What is this, Spirit? What is this? It's a position I would never want to find myself in, that's for sure. But to be a fly on the wall. You know, this is giving homeless shelter energy or shelter energy. Thank God, I've never had to be a part of that. I'm not saying that it can't happen. I never say never, but thank God that I have not personally experienced that. But for those who have, I salute you. Definitely salute you. But this is giving everybody having to live together under one roof, but everybody has problems. Everybody's trying to find their way out. Everybody's trying to find their way up from the bottom. And I hope I didn't offend anyone. That's the last thing I would want to do, is offend anyone. I've been in worse places in a shelter, I'll tell you that. You probably may have not been, but I have. So it's all love. And that's something I would never want to have to do again. Ever. Ever. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I don't know. Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe so. But I would never want to experience that again. Now, if it would save my life, then yeah, maybe. But other than that, no. If death were the next choice, I'd rather take that than death. All right, anyway, y'all. Okay, behind the Knight of Cups, I have Judgment. So yeah, everybody's on Front Street. Everybody's in the same spot. But you know, this Knight of Wands, he's all big talk. He's like Seven of Swords. Like, I don't even need to be here with y'all. Like, they're running the mouth. Running of the mouth in the wrong place. So it's like this Knight of Wands is saying that they're excluded from being here. Like, they don't need to be here with the rest of these people who have hit rock bottom. Because this is them not even accepting that they need to be here in order to develop themselves, to grow and do better next time. But here they are with the Seven of Swords like, no. I'm only here because she talking about you, collective. Like, this person can't, you know, get out of the past. They're still blaming you for a lot of things and adding extra bonus points onto it. Whatever favor they can receive, that decorated energy of lies, because that's where they are right now. They don't feel like they deserve to be where they are. If this is a shelter, halfway house, whatever this is, that they have to, it's communal, they have to share things with other people, strangers, they don't think they need to be there. And they're not grateful. They're not like, you know, happy for another start or a new start. All right. Behind Judgment, we have the Six of Cups. So, you know, this would be their opportunity to be able to let bygones be bygones, especially with you, collective, because you're free and clear and have moved on, but this person still has your name on their mouth. But if they could only release that, little do they know that, you know, that's going to allow them to get back to the root of why they're there. That has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them and the decisions that they have made. This childhood nostalgic energy of this Six of Cups is where they need to head back to and understand where things kind of went awry. Way before you got in the picture. But that just lets me know this person is basically low-key, not even low-key, but they're being haunted by you and you're just minding your business, doing your daily routine of activities, not even pressed. This person can't seem to get you off of their mouth. All right, y'all, after the Six of Cups, the Death card reverse. So, they're not willing to make this change, this divine change of transformation for the better. They don't want to face this judgment that's going to, get them back in that Six of Cups energy to where, we need to head back and focus on some things that this Knight of Wands does not want to deal with. They don't want to talk about it because it's not even their fault. It's everybody else's fault. Have them tell it. So what I'm getting here with this Knight of Cups, it's like, whatever this is, they have group sessions. I feel like it's just a group of men. It's like a men's home, a men's shelter. And they must get together and talk about things. But when they do, this person's all out of their mouth. She, he, she. Talking about you, collective. Like, I did this, I did that, and then, they turned around and did this to me, and, I shouldn't even be here. And, that's the conversation that I'm getting here. Yikes. All right. Behind the Death card reverse energy, we have the 10 of Pentacles reverse. So yeah, you're getting blamed for everything that went wrong in their life that has to do with loss of money, loss of potential, loss of stardom, loss of career, loss of investments, what they could have potentially have, invested in and grown to a mature age to be able to, retire and, live the good life. You got in the way of all of that. Have them tell it. But it was their own doings, the Six of Cup energy, which they refuse to address, that has everything to do with this loss and lack of transformation here. Behind the 10 of Pentacles reverse is the Hangman energy. So that has to do with decision. And, if this is like a group home or anything like that, this Hangman energy, by way of, I need to get out of here. They're focused on, they just need to get out of here. They're not trying to look at, the program, the placement, the opportunities that could, develop for them while they're here. They're in this the Seven of Swords energy. They're not thinking about rehabilitation, because that's what this feels like. This is the energy of them getting their life back on track. And they're not trying to hear any of the wonderful things that they can do and the grants and go work here and go do this. And because they feel like a smuck is what I'm hearing. I couldn't even say it because I don't use the word, but that's what I'm hearing. I feel like schmuck has some sort of Italian influence reference. So that could have something to do with, what's here on the table, y'all. So if maybe it's an area where, Italians reside. I heard borough, like maybe a borough. All right, y'all. This card is kind of just sticking out by its lonesome. I didn't pay attention to it until just now before I get into this stack of cards. But the Nine of Wands reverse is someone who just wants to just stop where they are. They don't want to complete this. This just means, where's the exit sign for me? How can I get out of this? And I feel like this has to do with this energy, this group home, or this whatever this. I heard compository. I don't even know, y'all, right now. I need Google for that. But the group home, the shelter, whatever this is, recovery, they want out. They don't want to get to the completion stage. They want to get out right now. They don't, like I said, they don't feel like they deserve to be there with these wands. That's actions. They don't think that they did anything to get here where they are now, because it's in the reverse. But they did like 9 things. Or the energy of 9 would have to do with why they're here. All right, y'all. Let's let's see what this is, y'all. Strength card reverse. Yikes. Devil card energy. 2 major arcanas. Back to back. I mean, you know, this means that their superior leader, by way of controller of their vessel, took over. Strength card reverse. Like, there's nothing that this person can do as far as rehabilitation with the devil of a monkey still on their back. So they're still struggling with something. This could be eternally, that maybe is manifesting into the physical, to where possibly they're doing something that's weakening their vessel, or they have been doing that weakened them. And I'm talking about on a physical level, even spiritually. You know, obviously they would have been weakened spiritually, because the devil's, their whole point is to misuse and abuse and kill, destroy. You know, those aren't uplifting things. So yeah, strength card reverse. But I'm hearing struggles with the strength card reverse. So they're still battling some sort of, like I said, I was talking about internal. I almost said eternal, but internal, that manifests into the physical. So there's a struggle here. I just realized the star that's placed over the quote unquote devil's forehead, like right at their like crown chakra area. So maybe this person is struggling by not being able to use their gifts, meaning that they had gifts with the star card being there, but the devil took over that. The demonic energies took over this gift, to where the gift was ultimately taken away from this person. But this person, that's where they got their strength from, was operating incorrectly, unappropriately. I can't say incorrectly. We'll just say unappropriately if we're looking at a moral status. It was inappropriate. And it was taken away. So now, yes, they're weak without their, it's almost like Superman and the, what was that weakened him? It was something. But the reference just means that they had superpowers, but there was something that came, oh, the Krypton, wasn't it? That would take away the powers. I'm being shown Superman from the 70s, the movie, when he's like, and he's like reaching out and he's weak. He's on his knees. Okay, after the devil card energy, who do we have? Look at this, the King of Swords reverse, y'all. Yes. Like, I have no words for seeing the King of Swords reverse, because this is a dynamic duo by way of partnership, by way of best friends forever energy. Like, I'm always gonna be there for you, says this demonic energy to this King of Swords reverse. Yeah, but that's not who you want to tell you that. But this is how comfortable that relationship had become at that point. So, I mean, if we want to call it what it is, I mean, this person definitely was worshiping the devil, like demonic influence, being possessed of and being okay with it, and recognizing that, yeah, I must be possessed. So therefore, I am an evil person. I'll continue doing evil deeds, Seven of Swords. So the connection here, this is speaking on that. Just who they were playing with, who they honored, who they were giving glory, who they were worshiping. It just became second nature. They became comfortable doing this. And these aren't things that you would up and admit and put out in public. Like, you wouldn't walk up to somebody and say, yeah, I worship the devil. Like, you would, I can't even say it. Like, you wouldn't, nobody would do that. Even Satanists don't even really come out like that publicly. Like, you don't see bumper stickers or welcome mats, and normally you don't see that. I don't know, this day and age we're living in, I don't know what's going on out there, but normally that's something that they keep to themselves. So I'm saying all that to say that that's possibly what was happening here. You would not have known this, but look where they are now. I hear they are besides themselves. So if they're besides themselves, they don't know how they got there, and they're in disbelief that they are where they are. They never thought that, I guess it's safe to say they never thought they would be here. I mean, that's so weird to even, You know, is that what it's going on? Like, how did they not know? Like, you know, I guess maybe what was going on with this connection, it was so powerfully deceiving is what I'm hearing. That's how powerful the deception was with this devil card energy and this King of Swords reverse. Maybe that the King of Swords reverse thought they'd be taken care of all their life. But they're finding out otherwise. Okay, y'all. Behind the King of Swords reverse, we have the Six of Wands reverse. Six of Wands reverse is the actions put forward, but there's been no payoff. There's no reward. There's no, where's my victory parade at, is what this Six of Wands reverse says. Like, you know, they show up all ready for all the praise and honor and balloons and prizes, but nobody's there. Nobody's rewarding them for a job well done. It's like, you know what this just gave me just now? There was an episode of Cops to where they were tricking the bad guys. I guess people who weren't paying like their child support and stuff like that. But they set it up at a car dealership and they tried to mail them ahead of time, like some direct mail program. Well, that's what it was disguised as. Like, oh, here's a key to try out to see if you could win a new Nissan Maxima. Just come on down to the local Maxima auto store or whatever and try your key out. And y'all, they showed up with the key in hand and the brochure, the paper that it came on and everything, with a smile on their face. Like, okay, I'm ready to try the key, only to say, put your hands behind your back. You're being arrested. That's what I'm getting with the Six of Wands. So they fell for something that got them here. They fell hook, line, and sinker for something, and they didn't even know what was going on. It just was so good to them. But when they walked into it, they walked into an empty room. I'm also seeing the scene from, is it Goodfellas? One of the guys was about to be promoted to the boss. And everybody's all excited for him. He's got the escort. The guys are kind of walking him into the house to where this ceremony is supposed to take place. Y'all, he walks into an empty room. And he said, I mean, he automatically knew what it was. He knew that that was it. And they shot him. They killed him. But that's kind of the same energy here. All right, y'all. Behind the Six of Wands, look, it was their own family. It was their own family that set them up. Four of Wands reverse. That's why they didn't see it coming. Somebody in their family, or they considered family, would have never thought that they would have done them like this, actually did it to them like that. And more, because it's nothing that they could have ever imagined this person doing, and they did it. Got them to where they are. Possibly no home, no place to stay, going from couch to couch, or this was actually like a shelter, like it's some sort of commitment to them being there by a certain time every night before lights out. If you're not, then you're gonna get put out. But they're already trying to find a couch to go to because they're not trying to abide by these rules. They're sick of these little meetings that they have to talk about their feelings. They don't want to be there because all they do is talk about you, collective. And blaming you, like trying not to make them look like they belong there when they actually do. All right, behind the Four of Wands reverse, we have the World card reverse. There's still some unfinished business, y'all. Like this is not the end. And I mean, obviously you and I would know that by this person still trying to escape, you know, that Death card energy. They don't want to go through the transformation. You know, and they're still, you know, not being responsible here with their mouth, the power of the tongue and all of the spell casting with what they're saying, the words coming out of their mouth, you know, all of that, the negative impact with the Seven of Swords of that. They're still not understanding that this is still not over. There's healing to do. But you see, the only cups out here, the Six of Cups. They're trying to avoid that like the plague. They don't want to go back to before this all started, childhood. They don't want to revisit any of that. Those are the only cups out here. So emotions, they're not touching by a long shot. They don't want nothing to do with that. Okay, Behind the World card reverse. Oh, here's the other cups, 5 of cups. But look, this is somebody just wanting to come out of a place of regret. Like they're tired of feeling sad. They're tired of feeling like they did something wrong. They're tired of having to be haunted by you every turn step that they make. And it's their own fault. If they would just shut up about you, stop talking about you to other people, then, you know, that would help start the ball rolling for their own healing. But they're still refusing, you guys. They're still refusing to do that. So that's the current temperature of what you need to know right now, collective. So, you know what? I would say in your daily prayers, whatever, however you approach spirit, you know, to clear things out, to get your own healing and understanding, just ask that this person's name be removed from your name be removed from their mouths. That's what I would do. Just start saying, you know, in ways to take your power back, even though you have a majority of your power back. That's how they're still hanging on, because words are spells. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. This person won't shut their damn mouth about you. So whatever you can do to petition the gods that you worship and adore, tell them you want your name back. All right. I hope this helps.